Hello students. So we are continuing that basically photosynthesis. We have the definition of photosynthesis basically is that it is a physico-chemical process where the green plants that traps the light energy which convert the light energy, that is basically photon, and convert them into light energy, convert the light energy into chemical energy is called as photosynthesis. We can also define this photosynthesis as that the process in which the green plants use the light energy and drive the process of basically synthesis of organic compound, and this organic compound is basically nothing but it is carbohydrate, and in carbohydrate we have glucose. I hope it is clear to everyone. Yeah. So we also call this photosynthesis as cellular process since it will occur in mesophyll cell. That's why we call it as cellular process, mesophyll cell. So it is also called as enzymatic process since in this process there are large number of enzymes. There are many enzymes involved in the process. In incoming lectures, we will discuss the role of enzyme. That is, we have peptidase, we have Rubisco, and many more enzymes in the breakdown of in the formation of in the process of photosynthesis. There is a requirement of enzymes, so we call this as enzymatic process where the CO2 is reduced to carbohydrate. Is it okay? So the entire photosynthesis is basically completed in two steps. How many steps? The entire photosynthesis is basically categorized into two broad categories in two broad steps. The two steps are light reaction and dark reaction. Light reaction, in the light reaction there is oxidation of water, basically photolysis of water. The photolysis of water will provide you electron, and these electrons are further accepted by electron carriers, electron acceptors. We will discuss these things in later. But here we have basically half molecule of oxygen. So to get entire molecule of oxygen, we need to break two molecule of water. So where you will get four hydrogen, where you will get four electron and one oxygen molecule, which will be released into the atmosphere by the process of diffusion from the leaf. Okay. So in light reaction, the first step is the light reaction, and then the continuously going on. Basically, light reaction is called light reaction since it is directly depend on light. When will it happen? Basically, when we will provide the sunlight, when we will provide the energy, sunlight energy, the photons will break down the water into their different components. Like we have H plus ions, like we have electrons, and we have oxygen. This is basically released into the atmosphere. Okay. So in light reaction there is oxidation of water, that is basically photolysis. Here the oxygen is the byproduct which is very essential for the maintenance of life on earth. Without oxygen life is not possible. Okay. These hydrogen and the electrons, they are further used for the synthesis of military power. The electrons are used in the formation of ATP and hydrogen are used in the formation of NADPH. These two, ATP and NADPH, both are required for the incoming process, that is basically the dark reaction. So the assimilatory power for dark reaction are ATP and NADPH. These are the energy molecules now. Okay. Light reaction is called light reaction since this directly light driven, which directly depends on light, and occurs in grana. Grana are the components inside the chloroplast. They are the stacks of thylakoids. We will discuss these things in later. And in next we have the dark reaction. Now, basically dark reaction is something misnomer. Uh, why we call this dark reaction? Whether it is occurring in dark, whether it is not depend on light. So now I will tell you that dark reaction basically means it is not merely dark or not in absence of light. In absence of light, photosynthesis will not occur. So it will occur in presence of light, but not directly depend on the light. But it will depend on the product of the light reaction, that is ATP and NADPH. What I say? The dark reaction depends on light reactions product, that is ATP and NADPH. That's why by default we call them as dark reaction. Once again, it does not mean that it will occur in dark. Okay. So this is the equation. Finally, we need to understand the whole equation of photosynthesis. Till 10th class, we know that the equation of photosynthesis is written as somewhat like this. But actually this is not directly happening, that the CO2 combines with H2O and form glucose. No, basically it is not happening. Basically, what is happening, that CO2 is reduced in another step, another process, that is the dark reaction, where water is broken down, water is photolyzed in another reaction, another process, that is a light reaction. This breaking down of water, that is photolysis of water, is light reaction, which directly depends on light for their breaking down, for their breakup, and the reduction of CO2 is basically in the stroma part. Okay, so here first of all we need to balance these things. 6 carbon, here we have 6, here we have 6, and there is one more thing I need to tell you. I need to let you know that basically the actual equation of photosynthesis is this one, but somewhere we don't write this H2O. It means that why we don't write this H2O? If we write this here, we need to balance it here. Initially we have written here as 6H2O. Now actually in the process of photosynthesis, what they require? They require sunlight. Here the light will fall on the leaf, the chlorophyll will trap this, and one more thing, we need chlorophyll, molecule. We will discuss these chlorophyll molecule as light harvesting complex, the photosystem 1 and photosystem 2. So initially we have written here 6, but now I will write here 12. Now it is balanced, I think. 12 to the 24, here 12, and here we have further 6. As we know, this is the organic compound, that is basically glucose, commonly called as carbohydrate. Here we have water and carbon dioxide. This is carbon dioxide, which is getting reduced, carbon dioxide, and here it is water, and the carbon dioxide is getting reduced into carbohydrate, and here this is oxygen as the byproduct. It is the gas which is released into the atmosphere, so it is the byproduct. Oxygen is byproduct. This water is called, it is not this one, this water molecule is being synthesized during the process of photosynthesis, so we will call it as synthetic water. How we can say, there are certain experiments where there is a proof that they have proved that this water has came from not this one. Basically here the hydrogen, that is this one, and oxygen, they have come from there. So basically this oxygen is basically here, and this oxygen is basically this one. Are you getting my point? So for the moment I will tell you that this water is not formed from this water. Basically, here we have the hydrogen part and the oxygen part, which combines and forms synthetic water. Okay. So what I will tell you here is that initially I told you that this CO2 is reduced to carbohydrate. Reduced to carbohydrate. This reduction is called dark reaction. It requires enzyme, so enzymatic process. Okay, where there is reduction. But this water is getting oxidized, oxidized. So this is the light reaction. How it is so simple. We can combinedly write these the overall reaction equation as this one, but actually these are the entire different and interdependent process. First of all, there is light reaction followed by the dark reaction, where the dark reaction depends on light reaction product, that is ATP and NADPH. So we can write here, during light reaction there is formation of ATP and NADPH. NADPH, nicotine amine dinucleotide phosphate hydrogen and adenosine triphosphate, and these are the assimilatory power. These are the assimilatory power which are required to write the process of dark reaction, where the carbon dioxide is getting reduced and form glucose. Okay, and the glucose is the main product. Okay, so in next we are going to discuss the types of photosynthesis. Here we are not going to discuss the mode of nutrition, basically the type of photosynthesis, where the organic compound is formed now. Basically, the basis is that the oxygen release is going on or not. First one is the oxygenic photosynthesis, where oxygenic photosynthesis is the photosynthesis where water is used as hydrogen donor. Do you know where is the hydrogen is used? It is used for the synthesis of assimilatory power in the light reaction, that is NADPH, which is being required for the upcoming process of dark reaction. Okay, so oxygenic photosynthesis, the water is used as hydrogen donor where the oxygen is byproduct. Example, in example we have mostly higher plants, angiosperm, gymnosperm, other green plants. They will perform the oxygen releasing photosynthesis that we call as oxygenic photosynthesis. In next we have anoxygenic photosynthesis. It means that there is no oxygen release. Then what will happen? They will use hydrogen sulfide instead of water. Instead of water, they will use hydrogen sulfide as hydrogen donor. For what purpose hydrogen is used? Obviously NADPH formation, the assimilatory power. Do you know? And in place of oxygen, oxygen is the byproduct here. Here it will be the sulfur or sulfate as a byproduct. What are the example? We have green and purple sulfur bacteria. For example, we have rhodospirillum. I hope these topics is being cleared to you, and I hope you all got understand. Okay, thank you for today, and we'll come up with the next part of this topic, that is photosynthesis, where we will discuss the light reaction, dark reaction, and what are the mechanism, how they perform. We will discuss these things in detail. Thank you.